we're going to talk about our 7.1 notes. They are on translation. So translations are another word for that we're sliding something, right? So we're taking this word translations and we're moving it down and over. And now that word is over here. Okay, so we're sliding it. So we're sliding our figure or our shape. And it's really a change. Zoom in a little bit more. It's a change. The change in a figure's position. So you're going to want to zoom in a lot. So it's a change in a figure's position. All points move the same distance. So they all move the same distance and direction. Yep. Okay, so a change in a figure's position, and all points move the same distance and in the same direction. So there's a mathematical way to describe translations. So you're going to use something called coordinate notation, where you always write this x comma y. We always write x comma y. We always write x and y, but then we change this number, this a and this b, changes depend on what's happening in that problem. So if it's left, we should be subtracting that a value. If it's right, we should be adding that a value. If it's down, we should be subtracting that b value. And if it's up, we should be adding that b value. I know that kind of is hard to, I don't know. It's a lot to wrap your head around, right? So we're going to look at this example over here. So in this example over here, it's saying it's going left, and we know that left is negative. So I'm going to say minus, and it's going left 3 spaces, right? Oh, that was not a highlighter. It's going left 3 spaces. So this should be a minus 3 then. It's going up. Up is adding. It's going up 7. So we should be adding 7. So that's where we get this minus 3 and this plus 7 from. So I would probably write this top part each time you do it, like this part. That way you know your, I don't know, just an easy way. That's what I do. Okay. So this is left 15. Left we know, left we subtract. So it should be minus 15. Up we add. So it should be add 24. So we have to put these in the right spot. So x, remember, is left or right. So it's left or right for x. So we're going to put our minus 15 with our x. Our y is up or down. And remember, we do that because we think about these on a coordinate plane, right? And if we go left or right, this is our x-axis. If we go up or down, that's our y-axis, right? So that's why they are what they are. And up is a plus 24. All right, so we're going to do that again. So right tells me to add 8, and down tells me to subtract 4, and left and right is my x. So my plus 8 should be with my x. My minus 4 should be with my y. So that's how we rewrite the translation mathematically using coordinate notation. So now we are going to find the coordinates of an image without graphing. So normally, like in the next example, we would have a graph and you'd have to move it based on what it's given you. But we're going to do it without the graph this time. So we have a point that's 6 comma -3, right? It's moving 5 units to the left. Moving 5 units to the left. And 6 units up. Okay, so remember that this 6 is your x, and this 3 is your y. So we're moving 5 units to the left. Left tells us to subtract, and up tells us to add. So I'm going to take my x value, my 6, and I'm going to go 5 units to the left. So I'm going to subtract the number of units of 5. And then I'm going to take my y, my -3, here, and I'm going up units, so that means I add however many units, it's 6. All right, so let's do that. What is 6 minus 5? 6 minus 5 is 1. -3 plus 6, or 6 minus 3, that is 3. So what's my coordinate? It's 1, 3. All right. Okay. So it could be written out like that, or it could be written like this. Here's it in set notation, right? In coordinate notation. We have a +2 here and a -1. Remember, a +2 means you're going to the right 2, and a -1 means you're going down 1. But it doesn't really matter because we're just going to take our x and our y and do the addition there. So our x is -2 plus our right 2, and then we're going to take our 6 here, we're going to do our -1 there. So what is -2 plus 2? Well, it's going to be 0. What is 6 minus 1? 5. So then what's my ordered pair? It is 0, 5. We're going to keep on going. We're going to do number 5. So now we're going to graph the translation using the rule given, then list the coordinates of the image. Okay, so when we translate an image, or when we translate a shape like this, we are going to move it the number it says, right? But when we relabel it, we wouldn't label this point Z again. We'd label it Z with a little apostrophe at the end. Okay, so that's how you know that it's a transformed letter. It's the new shape. Because otherwise it'd be impossible to tell which one came first, right? So this says 5 units right and 3 units up. So I'm going to take this Z and I'm going to go to the right 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's where I'm going to put my dot for Z with my apostrophe. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. So we go to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going up 3. 1, 2, 3. And now this is my L. This is my new L. Make sure you put a parenthesis, not a parenthesis, an apostrophe. Good gracious. Now we're going to do X. Okay, so we move it 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And now this is where my X goes. So now that I've labeled them, now I just have to connect all my dots. And now this triangle should look the same. It's just moved to the right 5 and up 3. Okay, the last part is to do the coordinates, right? Because it says graph the translation. Okay, we just did that. Then list the coordinates. Okay, so now where is Z at? Where is Z on the graph? What is this ordered pair? Well, it's 2, 3. So it's at 2, 3. X is at 5, 0. At 5, 0, because it comes X first, then Y. And then L is at -1. No, sorry, at 3, -1. 3, -1. Okay. So now we're going to do that with, instead of a triangle, with 4 letters. Except this is it is given to us in coordinate notation. So we have to figure out what direction this -3 should go and this -2 should go. Well, if it's X -3, that means we go left 3. If it's Y -2, that means we go down 2. Okay, so we're going to do that. So we're going to go left 3 from X. You could start at any letter. X was my first one I looked at, so that's why I'm starting there. We go left. Left is this way. So we go left 1, 2, 3, and then down 2. 1, 2. You don't have to put the lines there if you don't want to. If you can just count the boxes, that's fine. I just did that for a visual. And this is X with my apostrophe. We're going to do the same thing with J. So we're going to go left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2, 1, 2. This is my J with my apostrophe. Now I'm going to do A, left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2, 1, 2. This is my A. And then last one, left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 2. This is my Z with an apostrophe. Now I can connect all those points. Okay, so again, if you don't want these blue and green lines, don't put them there or erase them afterwards. Okay, so now you could tell that this shape was my original. I moved it down to the left, and I know that because of this little apostrophe that this is my new shape. Okay, so let's now put the coordinate planes there. So it starts with A. A is 2, 1. J is 2, and this is a -3. So that's 2, -3. X is -2, -3. And then Z is at -1, 2. So -1, 2. All right. So I want you to pause and try number 7 for me. I want you to pause and try number 7. All right. So I'm hoping you tried 7 on your own. Let's talk about it quickly. So it had X -6. We know that -6 means we're going left 6, but it just has a Y here. It just has a Y here. And that really means a +0. So we don't do anything to our Y. So Y, nothing happens. So that means we're just going left 6. And when we go left 6, we move our K and our J and our N and make sure we do the little apostrophes there. And when you do that, you should get J is at -1, 3, K is at -4, 3, and N is at -4, 0. All right, let's go to the next page. So looking at the next page, it says describe the transformation using coordinate notation. Remember, coordinate notation starts with x comma y. It has an arrow, and it has x, something happens, y, something happens, parentheses. So our x is what's happening with the shape. So I'd probably say let's figure out from this u to this u, am I going to the left or the right? I'm going to the left, right? And I'm going to the, no, just kidding, sorry. We want to go the other way. We want to go from this u down here to this u here. So from here to here, am I going to the left or right? I'm going to the right, and right means plus. It's going plus. And how far am I moving to the right? We'll move in 1, 2, 3. Moving 3 to the right. And then from here to here, right? Am I moving up or down? Well, I'm moving up, right? I'm moving up. Moving up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So moving up, which is also plus. So moving up 4. Okay, so that's how we would write it. So let's do another one. We always start with x comma y, arrow, x something, y something, parentheses. So we want to start at the point that doesn't have the apostrophe. So we're going to start at this P, sorry. And I want to figure out to get from that P to this P with the apostrophe, am I going to the left or to the right? Well, if I were to draw lines there, I'd go left, then up. Okay, so I'm going to go left. I'm going left 1, 2. So, and that's up. So my x is plus 2. And I'm going up, which is also plus 1, 2, 3. It's going up 3. So that's our coordinate notation. All right, I want you to try number 10 on your own, and we'll check that together in class. So try 10. We'll check that together in class next time I see you.